12 Dark Secrets from the Cast of Modern Family. Number 12. Ariel Winter. When Ariel Winter first became the role of the middle child, Alex Dunphy, on the show, she was barely into the double digits in age. She's pretty much grown up in the public eye, just like some of her co-stars. However, she has had a not-so-perfect life off-screen. At the age of 17, she had to be emancipated from her mother after an intense court battle over her guardianship. The actress claims she was emotionally and physically abused by her mother and was taken away and put in her sister's care during the court battle. After the course of dramatic court hearings, she was granted independence from her mother as a result of the allegations. She remained close to her father throughout the whole thing, but has recently made headlines for her decision to get a breast reduction surgery and her choices of red carpet outfit choices. Number 11. Sofia Vergara's ex. Sofia became an overnight sensation thanks to her role in Modern Family. Not only did she land high-profile endorsement contracts for big companies like CoverGirl and Pepsi, she has also become a red carpet regular thanks to her many award show nominations. But it hasn't all been perfect for the Colombian beauty. While her current marriage to TV star Joe Manganiello has remained scandal-free, her past relationship with her ex, Nick Loeb, has been a bit of a nightmare. She was engaged with Nick until they both ended their relationship in 2014. He sued Sofia in an attempt to prevent her from destroying the embryos the two of them had created during their relationship. They did this because she no longer wanted to bear children with her former fiance. Loeb had wanted to create children of her frozen embryos, even though they were no longer together. Vergara had no intention to destroy the embryos, she wanted to keep them frozen. She countersued to ensure he'd be unable to produce the children without her permission. The situation was a nightmare for her and extremely personal to watch it play out to the public. Number 10. The Twins. Although Aubrey Anderson Emmons has played the role of Lily since Modern Family's third season, baby Lily was originally portrayed by twins Ella and Jaden Hiller, but the parents of the Hiller twins took them out of the spotlight almost as fast as they were brought into it. The parents said they hated the gig and always threw a fit when it came to going on set. The twins were in 36 episodes throughout season 1 and 2. Since they didn't have an agent, they got $200 per girl per day. All the money they made went into their college fund. During season 2, the twins started to develop their own personalities, and it was very clear that they were not enjoying their time on set, so the parents told the producers that the girls wouldn't be coming back for the next season. The producers offered more money in an attempt to try and get them to stay. They offered a massive $34,000 an episode raise, but the parents still weren't persuaded and took them out of show business. Number 9. Before making it big. Before Modern Family, Ty Burrell has played a small role in The Incredible Hulk and was also in the Dawn of the Dead remake. But when he first made his way into Hollywood, he was literally poor. He told CBS News that he was homeless during his earliest days of trying to make it in showbiz. He had just graduated college in Pennsylvania and was only getting paid $200 a week. And since he couldn't afford rent, he decided to live in his van. He was bothered a lot by police and had to move locations almost every night. He would go shower at the gym and then go to a buffet table for breakfast at a hotel. He now has primetime Emmys under his belt, and there's no doubt those struggling days are behind him. Number 8. Rico Rodriguez. He plays one of the most likable characters on the show. It's hard to imagine Rico Rodriguez having to deal with real-life personal pain off-screen. He was only 18 years old when his father died, who was 52 years old at the time. Rico posted an emotional post on Instagram featuring a photo of him and his dad saying, "This has been the toughest week of my life. My dad was the most kind-hearted, loving, hard-working, determined, and funny man I have ever known. He was like a superhero. He had the ability to get the best out of you day in and day out. I'm gonna miss your hugs. I'm gonna miss your advice. I'm gonna miss your smile. And I'm gonna miss your laugh. I know you're looking down at us right now, giving us the green light to move forward. I miss you, Daddy. I'll love you forever." Number 7. Sarah Hyland was assaulted. In 2014, actress Sarah Hyland, who plays the ditzy oldest child in the series, had to file for a restraining order against her real-life ex-boyfriend after suffering verbal and physical abuse that got to the point where she was fearful for her own life, and also the life of her dog, whom he also threatened. Hyland first sought help from her on-screen mother, Julie Bowen. Julie later told the Huffington Post, "I didn't do anything special at all. It wasn't anything you wouldn't do if somebody called you and said, 'Hey man, I'm going through a tough time.' You'd jump in." Hyland was then granted a permanent restraining order against her ex. Unfortunately, it wasn't the only time Hyland would be left shaken up by an assault. In 2014, she was grabbed by a man who told her he wanted to take a photo with her during filming of the show in Sydney, Australia. It was so bad that the man was arrested and the star left visibly shaken. Number 6. Julie Bowen has a heart condition. On top of all the relationship and family issues that the rest of the cast members have experienced, they've also had to deal with some serious health scares that can affect them for the rest of their lives. Julie Bowen has had to wear a hidden pacemaker for decades due to a lifelong heart condition she has had to deal with her entire life. She opened up to More magazine that she was diagnosed with a heart condition in her 20s. It's a condition that causes her heart to beat a little bit too slowly, so doctors ended up installing a pacemaker to keep her ticker functioning properly. The actress said she had a big crying fit over being fitted with a device that's meant for old people, but she's come to terms with reality. Since she doesn't really have a choice, she has to go under the knife every 7 years to get the device replaced. Number 5. Sarah's kidney transplant. Bowen wasn't the only one whose insides aren't as perfect as the outside. Sarah Hyland has dealt with a serious kidney condition called kidney dysplasia for the most of her childhood, and she has experienced serious pain on the set during the early seasons of the show. She told ABC News, "I would be in a lot of pain a lot of the time. If I didn't get 12 hours of sleep, it felt like if you're sick and you still go to work, and in between takes you sit down or you lay your head down or something." To avoid being stuck on dialysis for the rest of her life, she decided to search for a donor for a kidney transplant in 2012. What makes her kidney transplant so unique is that the donor of her life-saving organ was her own father. She interviewed with 17, "You know that family is going to be there for you no matter what? My dad gave me a freaking kidney." Even though Sarah has recovered from her operation, she announced she was not able to attend the 2017 Screen Actors Guild Awards because of health reasons. She ended up becoming a young ambassador for the George Lopez Foundation to help raise awareness for kidney donation. She has since talked about public comments she has received about her thin frame. Sarah says it's tough to be silent about, given the level of her health scare and how it continues to impact her body. Number 4. Jesse Tyler Ferguson's cancer scare. Jesse Ferguson's on-screen alter ego, Mitchell, has arrived as a voice of both snark and reason. In 2015, he overcame a skin cancer scare that required facial surgery. He said he had to have a piece of his skin removed from his cheek. It was nothing serious or life-threatening. Jesse shared a post-surgical photo of his treatment and joked around about how the makeup team of Modern Family would have their hands full with this incision that was visible. He never let his spirit fade, even through a hard time, and he was able to stay positive and make the best out of a bad situation. Later on, he confirmed that he was skin cancer free as a result of the treatment. Number 3. Ed ONeill showed homophobic behavior. On screen, he plays the father of a gay son, and as a part of his character, he says some cringing comments, but they are usually brushed away by good humor. In real life, ONeill has tried the same brand of humor and didn't get a very good response back. Before getting the role of Modern Family, ONeill was also celebrated for his role in Married with Children. In an interview with TV Legends, ONeill said his attitude towards one of his co-stars' homosexuality got him uninvited to her wedding. Ed said the only one he didn't get along with was Amanda. She is gay, and he says she used to be very feminine, and then as the show progressed, she made a change where she was the more masculine one of the two. As she became more masculine, she became more snarky. He also said when Amanda was getting married, he didn't receive a wedding invitation. She told him she felt like he would find it amusing that two women would wear tuxedos in a church and walk down the aisle like normal couples. He started laughing in her face when they had this conversation, and that was the end of that. Certainly not the level of respect and good humor one might expect from a Modern Family man. Number 2. A united cast. During award show time, the cast of Modern Family had to be savvy when it came to Emmy submissions, because there are a lot of stars that can be considered lead roles. They ultimately opt for equality, even if the top character of the on-screen family, Ed ONeill, presented himself as a supporting star. That isn't the only thing that the show had to band together on. The show's adult stars also united in an intense salary struggle with the production company, 20th Century Fox. Negotiations of pay became so intense that a lawsuit was filed to void their existing contracts, and their table reads were canceled. This left the show in doubt, but the matter was resolved later that year. In 2017, a new deal was made that included the leading adult stars and assured them that the series would make it to at least 10 seasons. Number 1. Eric Stonestreet isn't really gay. Eric plays the gay character of Cameron on the show, but in real life, he isn't gay at all. He joked about himself on the Oprah Winfrey Show and said he calls himself openly straight. Other cast members joke around and say he's gay for pay. His on-screen partner is played by Jesse Tyler Ferguson, who is actually gay in real life. Eric is totally fine with playing a gay character on screen. He's most known for his gay role on the show, but in real life, he was dating a real housewife, Bethany Frankel.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.